A 1, 2, 3.
Appreciate you coming on while you're out on the road. I look forward when you're back in the office in the next few weeks, getting you on the broadcast. And absolutely, I hope people get involved in this because I only promote and push what I believe in and what I think will help people. And folks can judge by our track record if I have good judgment. But people make their own judgment. I am going to start on the regimen of the basic products that you've developed that are mineral and vitamin based and all natural because it's full spectrum, and I've done the research, and you're the only organization or group that I've found that fits in with the separate research I've done and what I learned working for veterinarians. Of course, you are a veterinarian, but also a naturopathic indeed. And the time we have left, Dr. Joel Wallach, other key tidbits, other things that mineral and vitamin and trace element deficiencies are triggering and causing. I know it's not just hair falling out and gray hair and bad fingernails and bad skin, and on the inside it's causing problems, isn't it?
Yes, you're exactly right. When you have gray hair, you're also getting a breakdown of the elastic fibers, your arteries, and your blood vessels. You're going to get spider veins, varicose veins, hemorrhoids, ruptured aneurysms. Even Albert Einstein died at age 76 of a ruptured aortic aneurysm, which is a simple copper deficiency. And of course, it also causes white hair, which he was legendary for. And then you can also, you're going to get, with the deficiencies of these trace minerals, you're going to get bone-to-bone arthritis, for which the medical system has joint replacement surgery. Doctors are screaming for an epidemic of arthritis coming here because there's 80 million baby boomers coming along. And medical doctors have convinced them not to take vitamins and minerals, and as a result, they're all breaking down. And what I tell people, Alex, is to cancel your scheduled double knee replacement or double hip replacement or your low back surgery. Give the Alex Pack and the extra glucogel, which is the secret sauce to supporting and promoting maintenance repair of cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc between the vertebrae. Give us 2 months. And if you still think you need your surgery, you can always get the surgery, but you can't always get undead. And so there's always a tremendous risk with surgery from infection, amputations, paralysis.
I've had one surgery, and they almost killed me in Dallas when I was 16 for a broken leg. And I've got a hernia, and I won't go in for surgery because I'm afraid they'll kill me.
Yeah, you don't want to go in for surgery. They are the instrument to the bad guys. You don't want to go in there.
Believe me. Listen, they tested my blood. I'm going to hold you over for 5 more minutes, Dr. Wallach, if you can do it, and then we're going to get Bob Chapman on because I want to tell this story. I'll start telling it now. My leg gets broken. The bone's almost sticking out of the meat. They tell me you need a pin. I go in and have the surgery. After the surgery, they came in and they said, we tested your blood. You don't have any opiates in your body. You're not a heroin user. There's no drugs in your blood, but it took 9 times the regular amount to put you under. I kept waking up on the operating table. Then after that, they didn't put the IV in right. I woke up with blood all over me. It was a nightmare. I do not want to ever go in for surgery again. Again, liberty is popular. The truth and health is popular. And I've done the analysis. The only thing I've got missing is that I am nutrient deficient. I haven't went a month ago and had my blood tested. Okay, now going back to Dr. Wallach, because we're almost out of time. I was telling that story, and you talk about dead doctors don't lie. That's the name of your radio program, and that's absolutely accurate. The guy that did my surgery was supposedly this great doctor in Dallas. He was a nice guy. He was a former NFL lineman, and he was a big guy. He was only, I think he was less than 50 years old, and he did the surgery, and then I called 4 weeks later and said, I need to get scheduled to have the pin taken out. I still got the pin, by the way. And they said, well, the doctor's had a huge heart attack. He's down at the coast. And he may be retired. And I called back a few months later and I said, is he able to remove the pin or do I get a new doctor to do it? They said, we're sorry, the doctor has died. And he wasn't even, I remember, wasn't even 50 yet. You talk about the statistics, and I've seen them, of medical doctors, dentists, you name it. I mean, these people, how are we listening to anything they say when they've got very low life expectancies?
You're exactly right, Alex, and this is why we came up with the Alex Pack, so that the average American can live to be well beyond 100 chronologically, yet be biologically 30. The average medical doctor, according to their own research, Alex, is 56. Why would we listen to a bunch of guys whose average lifespan is 56, how to live to be 100? And they die from cancer, diabetes, heart attacks, and stroke, all the things we want to prevent or cure. Why do we go to them? And it's madness, and so I really, really appreciate our alliance here. and your ability to communicate is just going to be enormous in saving America from the medical system by getting them on a healthy program. If you don't get sick, you don't need a doctor. You don't need a doctor if you get sick anyway. But
well, Dr. Wallach, that is my plan, and that's why I reached out to you. So I did the research. I knew who you were. I'd interviewed before just as a guest, and I thought this is the guy to team up with, and I'm honored to be working with you because it's very, very simple. It's just like fluoride. They're now admitting that sodium fluoride is so toxic to the body. The government had to admit it last week. You know, that's
it's an
something.
Insecticide.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
It's an insecticide. They use sodium fluoride for an insecticide to kill ants, fire ants in Texas and Africa.
Exactly. So I go with what I know we can do, doctor. I say, stop drinking fluoride. Or if I know we don't have the minerals we need, I'm going to promote it, and I'm going to do it myself. I mean, it's just all part of making the right decisions, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of a do-it-yourselfer concept. Americans are Americans because we're independent. We don't want the government doing anything for us except protecting us from enemies foreign and domestic. And in this case, the enemies domestic are the politicians and the doctors, the medical systems, and the pharmaceutical industry.
The special interest that,
yeah.
and again, that's why they're moving with Codex Alimentarius that is it says Codex Alimentarius in the Food Safety Act, written by Big Pharma and Big Agra. They want to shut down people like Dr. Joel Wallach being able to get us this information. And by the way, I'm going whole hog on this. I'm giving this stuff to my parents. I'm giving it to my family. I'm not even going to go out and try to sign them up. I'm going to give it to them first and see the results they get, because I know they're going to get great results, because I've talked to countless people over the years about Dr. Wallach, oh my gosh, I was sick, it made me better. And then I did the research on the minerals. I remembered what the vets I worked for said. It makes total sense. Let's try it out together. I'm Dr. Joel Wallach of Dead Doctors Don't Lie, syndicated by the great Michael Zwerling. We'll talk to you again very, very soon, sir.